What's up, y'all? This is your girl, Aura, and you are tuned in to Aura's Take, which I am getting ready to do a quick recap of last night's first game for the finals. The 2026 NBA Finals have finally come on, and it has arrived. We are witnessing a making in history right now, okay? We have the San Antonio Spurs versus the New York Knicks playing, and last night's game had so much energy and also interest. I take it to be very interesting how live the crowd is. And I love when New York comes to games because they even out the tone. I mean, you could hear the crowd just roaring and cheering throughout the whole entire game, whether it was somebody that missed a shot, whether it was somebody that made a shot. You heard the fans, and it was phenomenal for a first game. But however, when I say interesting, I mean interesting because the Spurs started to have the lead, and somewhere all of a sudden it's like they just lost it. I don't know what it was. I don't know what was said. But I know in the first quarter, it didn't look like New York really had what it took to get going. You know, they had been on break for a while. So I would assume that they were a little sluggish, a little slow to start. But however, the Spurs, they came out pretty high end. And then somewhere after that second quarter, they just somehow started to lose it. And you could just see New York coming back, and the game got close, and it became closer to a point where it was tie score. And then all of a sudden, New York just came out of nowhere, and they took over, and they won the game. Good job for New York. The Spurs. Here's where you guys need to get it. Go back, look at some of your footage, find out what it was, and look at what it was that it took for you to win your games. Not give up your games. You pretty much had the game in your hands, but however, you didn't manage to win and execute it. And your fans were phenomenal because they granted and they cheered for you all the way to the very, very end even. But you gotta stop throwing away your points. Making three-point shots or trying to throw three-point shots that are just not guaranteed to go in is throwing away your points, and you're throwing away your game. New York came back and they saw that. They took over, they made their shots, they did what they need to do to get to the free throw line, and guess what? Again, it showed because they won. So if you're going to go up against this kind of monster, you're going to have to go back and you're going to have to look to see what it is that they do, because New York starts off kind of slow, but somewhere in all of it, they start to pick up that momentum. And if the Spurs want to have a chance of winning, you're going to have to take notes. New York, you did your thing last night. Game 2 is going to be on Friday. I'm excited about that game just as well. I feel the energy is going to be just as vibrant, if not even more vibrant. So, of course, I'll have another video to recap on my take of the 2026 NBA Finals. You let me know what you also think as well in the comments. Like, share, subscribe this video, and check out all of my other videos as well. You can go to Vibe609Media.com to see this video and other videos. See you on